If you've ever wondered about how some inherently good people can do some evil or crazy things, or how some apparently bad people can do some really good things, then watch on, because 33 Cecils is a book that will clear your doubts and then reinforce some more. Hey guys, this is Sonali, the Melodramatic Bookworm. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with my review of an award-winning book called 33 Cecils, written by Everett De Morier. Everett De Morier is the author of The Invention of Everything: Insights on Food, Life and One Good Thermos, a book that I had reviewed in December last year. Wow. It feels weird to be saying last year already, and that's not all. I've been pronouncing the name of the author wrong all this while, so I'm really sorry for that. But I've corrected myself and I like to think all is well. One big tidbit about 33 Cecils is that it will soon be adapted into a major motion picture, so I'm really excited about that. But the biggest reason why I accepted this book for review was because of how much I love The Invention of Everything. If an author can make non-fiction so much fun to read, imagine what they can do with a fictional story. And it is with this very excitement that I started reading 33 Cecils. So without further ado, let's get into this video and let me share with you what I thought of this book. 33 Cecils is a story of two men, Walker Rowe and Riley Dutcher. Walker Rowe, a filmmaker and cartoonist from Erie, Pennsylvania, has just served a sentence for fraud and counterfeiting. Because of this, he is now divorced and has his two daughters come over for 3 days of the week at Dennings Arms Apartments, where he lives now. These apartments are nicknamed Divorce Squad because this is where newly divorced people end up living. Lester and his daughters strike up a friendship with the guy who owns this apartment, and life is all well and fine except for the contempt that is thrown towards him by the people of Erie, Pennsylvania, until one day Bugbee is killed in a canoeing incident up north. And obviously because of his past prison record or something, people get ideas because of some incriminating evidence. On the other hand, there's Riley Dutcher, or Dutch as he likes to be called. He describes himself as a drunkard who actually knows what he's doing most of the time, even when he's drunk. But he's on the path to sobering up, so he likes to think that he is reducing his intake day by day. But when he finds an expensive bike sitting in the middle of his house, he loses his mind. He tries to find out where he got it from and what exactly is going on and what he's been doing while he's drunk. But eventually he becomes a traveling man, meaning a man with no roots in particular, and he ends up, where? That's right, Erie, Pennsylvania. Dutch's life becomes tangled with that of Walker's, and what follows is a story of how there's good in everyone. Well, almost. Important plot point. Not to forget that these stories, Walker and Dutch's stories, are told from Walker and Dutch's journals, which the police find after their murders. I bet you didn't see that coming. There were actually a couple of points that I did not like about 33 Cecils. The first being that the narrative becomes too repetitive. If you've been watching my videos, you will see that repetitive writing annoys me to no end. Like something that happened just 2 pages ago, you write it, rewrite it, repackage it again and put it on the page for the reader to read, just thinking that maybe they won't remember the earlier bit and maybe you have to remind them of that. That's not something that appeals to me very much. And the same details are mentioned by different people. Like Walker tells it and then Dutch tells it, and then Walker literally reminds you that such and such thing happened. That's a little annoying, but this does have a redeeming quality which I'll mention in my next segment. Point number 2, the narrative in quite a few places becomes quite dragged. You could explain something to the reader in about 1 page. Instead, there are like 4 pages telling the reader what happened, and just unnecessary detailing. Point number 3, the title of the book, 33 Cecils. It appears, but just for 1 chapter. Like there's no proper explanation as to what is going on. It just feels like a disconnected title. You'll actually have to sit and think deep, and only then maybe you'll even begin to understand what's going on there and what the connection is. See, this is not a minus point per se, but I'm a little disappointed at not seeing a proper explanation for it. This I have quite a few points about. Let's just start from the very beginning. Number 1, we can make out from the prologue straight off the bat how the author succeeds in mixing fiction and non-fiction and making it feel like whatever the author has written there is really true. It made me reach for my phone and Google and find out what these facts were all about, whether they were true or not. And then you'll find that it's all fictional facts, if that's even a thing. And that's a very big plus in a book such as this. Number 2, despite its minimal shortcomings, the book is captivating, and I was just 3% into the book when I thought, this is the kind of books we need, not the ones that I made a reading vlog for. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. Number 3, the author uses material from his non-fiction book, and for me, who has read both the books with not much of a gap in between, it felt like a good way of revisiting some good concepts, like a very amazing sense of deja vu or something. Number 4, the book is a bold mix of fiction and non-fiction, and it clearly demarcates the line between the two. But the thing is that, because of how amazingly well the non-fiction explains the fiction, you don't question the presence of it, and you don't get put off by the mix of these two genres. Number 5, the plot points in here aren't there just to make everything convenient. Like, it feels natural for the events that are taking place in there to actually take place, and you don't even feel like questioning it whatsoever. Number 6, the writing, while being enjoyable, is completely relatable. It is honest and makes true statements with common analogies that will startle you and will make you laugh and think at the same time. Number 7, it's a fun read. There are many points in the storyline and the plotline where I actually snorted as I read, and I don't care if that is unattractive, because I love my puns and humor. So, for example, Dutch works in a landfill, and the mounds of garbage, he calls them Mount Trashmore. Number 8, the characters are very well sketched out, though at certain times it does become quite the mystery thriller when you don't know what the character is going to do next, and that is the attraction that our fiction book holds for us. Number 9, 33 Cecils shows that a human being could do something wrong due to circumstances, but after punishment and to the point where he comes for redemption, if it so happens that the person displays an inherent goodness to him, other people find it surprising, and that's not fair at all. You're not even giving the person the chance to redeem himself. When he's trying to find a way to come out of his past and do the right thing and better his life, people start judging him for what he did in the past rather than what he's trying to do in the present and for the future. And again, it's not fair. It's just not fair to do that. So now to the point where the repetitive narrative sort of redeems itself. This is the last point in this segment. You know how when you write in your diary or journal, you sometimes forget if you mentioned a point before, but then you mention it again just to be sure that you've actually, jotted it down to record it, because it's just a line or a few lines, so why not, right? That is exactly the case with 33 Cecils, because apart from the prologue and epilogue of this book, which is told from the investigative team's perspective, if I'm not wrong, the entire book is sections of Walker and Dutch's diary. So once I took that into consideration, I sort of understood and thought like, yeah, okay, I understand what you're trying to say and where you're coming from, and I really think that it is a redeeming quality. On the whole, I quite liked and enjoyed reading 33 Cecils despite, it being a tad repetitive and dragged. And because its positive points way overshadow its negatives, I'm going to go ahead and give 33 Cecils 3.5 out of 5 stars. So what did you think of my review? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Would you go ahead and pick this book up after watching my review? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to buy this ebook after watching my review, then please do so by using the Amazon affiliate link in the description box below. The price remains the same for you, but I get a small commission off of every purchase that you make, so please help a creator out. If you like this video, please like it and share it to spread the word. And if you like my content and would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to get notified as and when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.